Okay, you guys, what is up? This is Ashi Senpai here today to review One Piece chapter 743. Yo, man, this chapter of One Piece, right? so, yeah, this chapter of One Piece is actually pretty damn good. Um, it actually, for a while now, because most of the chapters have been pretty much just exposition and then some other stuff went down. So, this chapter was actually pretty damn good out of all of them so far. And of course, there's more to come because we still haven't seen what's going on with Sanji. We still don't know what's going to happen with the whole Doflamingo getting his head cut off thing. But what I do find interesting is that this chapter basically it showcases Dressrosa in a state of panic, which is something we've actually never seen before. Because of course, the toys they hadn't at the toys up until now they hadn't changed back yet. Everyone was peaceful. Everyone thought it was a normal day, and the next thing you know, we see this toy turn into a gorilla. We see all these people turn back. Everyone's starting to remember their memories, and everyone remembers to hate one person, Doflamingo. But before I actually get into the chapter, let me get off the basics. When it comes to art as usual, great, especially when Doflamingo cut off Kyros' head. Just it was awesome. It's amazing. When it comes to story progression, we have finally not only taken out Sugar, but we've also revived Kyros. Kyros is now cut off Doflamingo's head, and shit has just started. Shit just got real. So for story progression, I'll give that a grade. And finally, when it comes to pretty much pacing in a sense, yeah, it was very well paced. It had to happen. We had to see what was going on, all the chaos. We had to see that go on. Like, we had to see that before we could even say anything about Kairos or anything about Luffy or Zoro or anyone else who was in this chapter. So yeah, that's pretty much the basics out of the way. I'll give that a great plus. Yeah, great plus. Now, let's talk about the chapter. So basically, once Sugar gets knocked out, we see how all the people that are in the factory first, they get turned back into humans, and or animals because because apparently Doflamingo decided to turn animals into toys. Now I don't know if that was a part of his plan or if it's just Sugar was being Sugar, because or not Sugar being Sugar, but Sugar just doing what she wants to do. But apparently she turned animals into toys too. Okay, whatever. So basically, all the people in the factory they get turned back into humans, and we have Usopp actually say like once he like he's kind of conscious even though he's fucked up really bad, but he kind of actually says it all went according to plan. Um, don't worry, Tontadas, my friends got the rest from here. The Tontadas, they seem happy as hell, and of course we see Robin. She is now a human again, and she agrees with the Tontada that Usopp is a hero now, and the Tontadas mention how okay we should build a statue for Usoland, we really should, and basically that's the factory in a nutshell. Okay, so when it comes to everywhere else in Dressrosa, and I like what Oda did with this, all of the towns slash cities within Dressrosa, everyone's getting reports of violence, crazy shit going on, animals running loose. And when I was sitting there listening to this, I was like, dude, like, what the fuck, Doflamingo? Because it doesn't make any, like, it doesn't really, I don't understand, hmm, sorry, I don't understand why Doflamingo did this. Apparently, Doflamingo not only turned people in the Coliseum into toys, he also turned government officials, Marines, and people from other nations into toys. Like we saw in one panel, we saw like this king. We don't know his name. I mean, he's probably fodder. He has like this crown, like, and then we saw one of the government officials, and then we saw one of the Marines. I'm sitting there, I'm like, dude, like, why would you turn Marines into toys? That's not even smart. Like, that's just really stupid. Now, again, was it all for his plan? It could have been, but I still don't understand why he would turn Marines into toys. Because once the Marines get a hold of something, hold of some kind of information, and it's bad for you, you're fucked. Unless you decide to become a pirate, or you don't have any power at all, you're fucked. So I don't know. It's going to turn out bad for the Marines and the other nations with kings, because if you remember what Fujitora said, Fujitora basically stated that This is the year of reverie. This is the year where all the kings and queens of other nations come together to meet. If Doflamingo comes in there on some bullshit saying, "Yo, I'm the king of Dressrosa," and then he just walks in there, there's gonna be like everyone's gonna be pissed. It's gonna be bad. And despite the fact that Doflamingo's a strong, a powerful dude, I doubt that he can handle all those dudes at once. I'm just saying. So when it comes to that, it's just like, damn, like it's a shame. Um, of course, we see Doflamingo. He's like just sitting there all stressed out and shit. And at that point, my nigga Kyros comes in there. Yeah, he just goes. Well, actually, no, he has like one leg cut off. But still, we see Kyros. He's turning it back into a human, and then we have Violet basically talk about just basically what we already know, just to add to the hype. I'm guessing, and like that Kyros is the former captain of King Riku's army. That Kyros was the strongest gladiator of the Colosseum. Kyros, he took care of Rebecca not only as a father but as a guardian, considering the fact that he was a toy soldier and no one knew who he was. And so basically, she's been basically saying the same thing we've been saying like for a long time, even before Kairos was originally revealed to be the toy soldier. So, but I guess that kind of adds to the fact that she's shocked because her sister's husband took care of their daughter for the last 10 years, despite the fact that Rebecca had no idea who the toy soldier really was. So I guess yeah, that makes sense. And then in the same panel, I believe we see Gladius and some of the other Don Quixote members. So yeah, basically at this point, Luffy and Violet are off to save Law. When it comes to what Kairos did, Kairos just runs into the Hall of Suits. I think yeah, the Hall of Suits, and he cuts off Doflamingo's head, and Doflamingo's head just falls to the ground. And we see two people notice this. One was Law, and the other one was King Riku. Now, King Riku, we already know, yeah, he's like, "Oh my gosh, you Kairos, I'm sorry for forgetting you," stuff like that. We saw Law, and Law just notices this. He's like off the blue. It's like, who the fuck is this nigga? And then after that, Kairos cuts off Doflamingo's head, and basically that's. I mean, I don't think. I doubt Doflamingo's dead. I highly do. There's no way he's dead. No, 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 no fucking. But it is kind of interesting because here we have a dude who basically ran up to Doflamingo. Doflamingo didn't know who he was, probably not. Well, he didn't recognize him at first, but we see that he recognizes him in one of the panels later, and he outpaces him. And then he manages to at least cut off his head. Now, is Doflamingo dead? No. And for two reasons. Number one, Doflamingo, Oda would not kill off Doflamingo this early in the story. No, there's no way. And number two, when Doflamingo's head was cut off, there was no blood. There was no blood that was cut spewing out. And I know Oda isn't the kind of dude who likes gore, but if your head is cut off, usually blood is supposed to be spilled. And I'm not just saying a little bit, I'm talking about a lot of it. So I doubt that Doflamingo's dead. Plus, it's Doflamingo. He's like a top tier dude. There's no way. I mean, I'm not saying that Kairos isn't strong, but there's no way that Kairos was able to take out Doflamingo that easily. I mean, if the hype is truly real, it's going to be a fight, like a true struggle, because it's Doflamingo. Remember this. So yeah, it's basically that when it comes to the whole Kairos versus Doflamingo thing. Will Luffy help out? Yeah, probably, because I doubt that Doflamingo is actually dead. I doubt that. I really do. But and some people have been talking about how maybe Law helped him. I doubt it because why would Law help Doflamingo unless he wants to kill Doflamingo himself, which he really wouldn't want to because he already said, "Yo, if I fail at this, let me at least let Kaido handle this." Because Kaido, if he finds out what's going on and sees that Doflamingo's slipping, he's gonna kick his ass. So I mean, I doubt the Law would actually help save Doflamingo. Is it a good theory though? It's alright. It's okay. So when it comes to the Colosseum and Sabo, Sabo, dragons, breath. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Oh, no, I have more to say, but we see that Sabo actually takes out the bottom, like the floor toward that's in the Coliseum with just one move, and he basically just puts his hands down, activates his hockey, and then he says, "Dragon's breath." Immediately afterwards, the entire floor collapses, and if you can remember, the factory, the Smile Factory, is actually underneath the Coliseum, directly underneath apparently. So was that Sabo's plan? Yeah, probably. And we do see at the end of the chapter, we see what's her name? Koala, like Hack calls in. It's like, yo, what's going on? Like, I heard something go down. And then she says, Hack, are you down there? Hack's like, yo, yeah, what's going on, man? What's going on? Why? There's like the whole room is shaking. And of course, Koala says, oh, he wants to go into the basement now. And I love both Burgess and Diamante's expressions, especially Diamante. Diamante said, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck? Oh my god! And then we see Burgess like, yo, man, what's going on? And then he says, and I love what Sabo says there. He says, yo, I'm gonna win this match. Y'all watch. Dragon's breath. I'm like, oh shit, that was epic as fuck. So now Sabo has access to the basement. He's there with Diamante, just no Diamante, Jesus Burgess, Rebecca and Bartomeo. Speaking of Rebecca, Rebecca, come on. I mean, now she's crying because she remembers the toy soldier was her real father, so it was actually tears of joy. Okay, I'll take that. But stop fucking crying. I'm sorry, but you now know what happened to your mom. Your mom got shot down by Diamante. Stop fucking crying. Get up and actually do something. I don't care if you lose or if you win. Just do something. You know now what happened, and you know what you have to do. Avenge your mother. The whole idea and notion of King Riku's whole peace is the greater thing to do. Okay, fine, I understand, but it's like, dude, you have to avenge your mom on your mom. You don't have to win. Well, I mean, it depends on your strength. You don't have to win, but at least try to help avenge your mother. I'm guessing she'll do that. I have no clue, but yeah, basically the chapter ends with the Coliseum itself actually having its floor destroyed. So, yo, man. So this chapter is actually really damn good. I'm gonna give it a great plus because the story progression is like on point now. Art was fantastic, and pretty much everything else was good. So I'm gonna give it a great plus. So yeah. So like the video if you like it. Dislike it if you don't. Rate, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. I'm OJ Senpai. Out, guys. Peace.